So, folks, today's guest is someone our South Florida community knows and loves. And honestly, I know and I love, all right? This girl is a friend of the FayWhat show and also a personal friend of mine. And I just think that she's just a phenomenal human being. Aside from being a phenomenal entertainer, she's also an incredible dancer. She's a fierce drag performer and someone who's inspiring both on and off the stage, including, just her sharing her incredible sobriety journey to just sharing her life. That is how Vauz Allen is. And today I want to introduce you to Vauz Allen. Woo!
Hi, everyone.
Hi, baby.
Hi, FayWhat.
Welcome back.
I'm so happy to be back.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like it was yesterday, and it's been a couple of years since you were on the FayWhat show, girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can't believe it. Second time's a charm now.
Second time's the charm, yes. And you look more and more beautiful than ever. Can I say that Vauz is like the same exact height as Madonna? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Doesn't that make you feel better about like she's like, yeah, I'm 5'6". I'm like, you tall, girl. And she's always wearing heels this big, so I don't know what the hell she's trying to talk about. But, so Vauz, today we're going to talk about some things that like really hit our community hard. And thank you so much for just being you. Like you are one of the most transparent people I know. And sometimes that shit gets you in trouble.
It does. It does.
But you don't, it's not a matter about lying. It's a matter about your truth, and you've always been who you are. If it's social media, if it's in person, a lot of people like to hide behind their social media. That's not really how Vauz plays.
Nope.
After nearly 2 decades, Aquaplex Fort Lauderdale has closed its doors, okay? Leaving performers, servers, bartenders, DJs, technicians, kitchen staff, security, and so many others suddenly without a job, So Vauz was amazing enough to say that she would come on the show and talk about it with me. Plus, we've also got a fundraising event coming up that we wanted to let you know about. So, for anyone meeting you for the first time, right? Who is Vauz Allen?
Oh my goodness. I'm a lot of things.
Right?
I am. But meeting me for the first time, immediately who I am because I'm very real, transparent. I love life. And I think that radiates, honestly. My energy is undeniable and I let it shine. I don't control it and just be. That's it.
Just be, yeah. I mean, you're an entertainer. You're a drag performer. You're an incredible dancer. How long have you been dancing?
Oh my goodness, I would say that I've been dancing 20 plus years. I did a lot of dancing when I was younger. I took a lot. That was, honestly, and will always be my first love is dancing. But I had blessings and opportunities by my parents that set me into the arts programs.
I love that.
And so I got to not only get my school and education, but I also got to do my love. So
yeah,
it was fun. So I did that my whole childhood. Yeah,
I love that.
And so
and it shows. It shows because it's like I can't explain it, but I was like when you get on stage, right, and that fan is blowing, right? The Beyonce move, right? She'll step on stage and she'll let the fan hit her hair exactly how it's supposed to, and she'll pause and she'll pose and she'll, give you different looks. But it's not until you start dancing that Kool-Aid smile comes out. Like you can't, that one where you can't see her eyes anymore. You know what I'm talking about? That's what comes out when she's dancing, and it's like, can she see? You know what I mean? Like.
It's such a love. It's something I can't deny once I get on stage. Believe Beyonce says it, Sasha fears. It takes over. There's something about it. When you love what you do, it kind of just goes.
Yes.
And you ride it like a wave, mama.
And you ride it like a wave. But, the wave isn't always easy. Vauz sits in front of us with 7 years.
7 years?
7 years of sobriety, okay? And that's not something that, in the, sobriety community, we don't really share that out loud like that, right? And I have always said that I recover out loud for the people who can't.
Yes.
And I remember sharing that with Vauz, and she was like, me too, bitch.
Down. 100%.
She was like, check. She was like, you can tell anybody that I'm sober. I don't care. You can say it on your show. I mean, that's a true testament to who you are.
Yes. And honestly, that's what I want. That's what I want in our community to know someone like me who does drag, who is in the entertainment business, who is around the environment constantly, that it is possible. It is easy.
It's not easy.
I mean,
You make it look easy, girl, but it's not easy. And
I try to advocate that it is that easy.
You try to advocate that it's possible.
It's
you know what I
possible
mean?
to make it that easy.
But you folks don't make it easy. Trust me. It's not always
you
easy.
definitely don't.
Some of you. It's not always easy. And that's why other folks in community that are also on the sobriety kick like we are, we appreciate that we know each other. We kind of like give each other the eye when we're at certain events. You know what I mean? We see people getting like, you know, more and more dumb or more and more drunk or more and more, and we're like, you know, making fun of you. But having each other's back, and I really truly appreciate that, you know. I love that we share that journey together, you know. You've been dancing professionally, like you said, for over 25 years and doing drag for nearly 2 decades.
I know.
Pero coño, you started at 3? Like, how the hell? Because I mean,
no, I did my first competition at 16. I snuck into a bar in Jacksonville. And it was when Britney Spears came out with "Slave for You," and I totally won. And
was that the one with the snake? With the snake?
Yeah, my friend had a snake, and we snuck it in the bar. I got in a lot of trouble. Hello.
Wait a minute. You brought an actual snake?
I did, just like Brian dances with his. Yeah.
Oh my God! I love that.
It was my first time ever in drag and doing it, and I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like she did at the VMAs. And that's when I was born, honestly.
Listen, and she won that.
Yeah,
okay.
The euphoria that I got from that experience was undeniable.
And that right there kind of like solidified, like, this is what I want to do, right?
Sure.
Like, I need to be on a stage, maybe not with a snake all the time, but
no, definitely not.
On stage.
There was a lot.
You know, so you're an incredible performer. And like, how many years were you at Aquaplex?
Well, before Aqua took over, I started at Lips.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, at Lips, yeah.
But I would have came up on my 5-year anniversary. So I would say at Lips for 3 and then 2 because we were about to have a 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
Or would have had our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I think there were already plans for that, right?
Yes,
like coming up this month, it was supposed to be.
Wow. Yeah, there was things being done for sure. We were proud of it.
No, of course.
We were excited. So
I mean, and that was your, you know, that was your home. You know what I mean? Like when you are part of a cast this way, all the fanfare that you see, it takes a lot to put all that together, right? And these girls were all working more than one, they were all wearing different hats. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you're the DJ, but you also have to serve, you also have to perform, right? You know, you're the bartender, but you also have to serve and you have to perform. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot.
And we all loved doing it.
And that was your baby.
Because it was a dream job. You couldn't get a job like to be a full-time showgirl like that. And the experience was undeniable. Nobody else had that kind of experience. You know?
And everybody wanted to work there too. Everybody wanted. And you know what I mean? And I always try to say that now with all this crazy posts that are out there, right? Because everybody wanted to work at Lips and Aquaplex. And if they would have been offered that job, they would have been there in a second.
It was that hot. And most people don't know this. When I moved down to South Florida, Francesca Richards was my server when I went first time. And I looked her dead in her face and I told her, I said, oh my gosh, one day I will work here. And I promise you, I did the same thing with her when she gave up her Miss Skittles title. I told her, I'm going to take the crown from you. So that's why Franny is my fairy godmother.
Right. I love Franny.
Our fairy god drag mother.
I love Franny. And Franny definitely is up to the occasion. She could make some shit happen. I know that, you know?
Down.
You know, so like you said, Aquaplex wasn't just another club, you know, home. For a lot of us. It was home. And even though, like, you think of these drag places, and for the most part, it's a lot of straight people and a lot of bachelorette parties and stuff like that. But on the off time, that was our home. That was our community center. That was where we had all our events. That was where we had all our fundraisers. That's where we had all our fundraisers. That's where I got hit in the eye at one of the pageants. Remember that?
Jewelry.
Like, you know, all kinds of stuff. It wasn't like another club, you know? It became family for so many. Even folks like me that didn't work there felt that when I walked through the door and I saw this person at the registration, and I saw this person at the bartender, and I saw this person on the stage, I knew those bitches. You know what I mean? They were all family. You know, so when all this happened, you know, with Aquaplex closing and all the rumors, you know, swirling around, What was your first reaction when you finally saw, oh shit, this is not propaganda. This is not people talking crap. I might lose my job soon.
Um, there was a lot of stuff being talked about, and I chose to be very neutral in the situation because I did not, for me, did not know exactly what was happening. I did not know who was telling the truth, and that's honest.
And by that you mean the Barretts or the because the the other girls like Amanda at Velvet, everybody else have Rihanna. And I'm not sure about you. Everybody had a certain title that they were also given
Yes.
by Pride Holdings. You know what I mean? So with
Yes.
that, I'd be kind of afraid to take what they're saying as for face value. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
held a lot of titles. I held
oh, okay.
a shift assistant manager. I also held assistant show director under Velvet,
Okay.
as well as DJ and server, because I was trained as a server before I took that, as well as door girl.
Mhm.
So I had many hats, and I didn't ever want to jeopardize the job that I love very much. So it was in my best interest to, unless I knew something for a fact, I should not speak on something.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to do my
Mhm.
best until the day end. However, I kind of knew.
Mm.
I kind of had that feeling.
Yeah.
They were just signs. And in a business, and you've ever been part of a business, and things start happening that are involved with your paychecks. Yeah, it's kind of a sign.
Well, I mean,
And it's very scary.
well, like people were saying before, even before all this stuff, there was ex-employees that were saying that they still hadn't been paid and that they were
Yes.
trying to get unemployment and that, no money was ever paid into unemployment, so they were never able to
Which
do
we
that.
still
Like,
cannot do.
you still can't do that.
Just so that everyone knows that, and I'm not
Holy
afraid of that.
crap.
It is a heartbreaking situation for all of my family and friends and cast members, kitchen staff, everyone that had a part of that family. It is devastating, and I need everyone to understand how devastating it is because it came out of nowhere. Number one, in a way that we weren't prepared. Whereas when Lips was closing before the boys took over, we kind of knew. We kind of had like that grace period. And the fact that we can't, there's no source except for our charities. And we are very blessed to be having this. But as far as, individually trying to get their situations under control and being part of a company that where you're able to get unemployment until you can get that, it's very hard to sit around and process that.
How? Of course. I mean,
Because
again,
not just for myself, for everyone.
like I had the Barretts in this table in this table. I had the
I
Barretts
remember
in
John
this
sat
bed.
right here.
Yeah, I had the
remember.
Barretts right here,
Mhm.
speaking on how they were saving the fucking day.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
from my seat, they didn't save shit.
No.
All they did was fuck my girls up even more, and like to
Yeah.
a place where, in my mind, I'm like, from the Lips closure to now, maybe you would have found another cast. Maybe the girls would be in a new home.
Yeah.
Instead they were promised the world and then not given that. And then these two gentlemen, again, only from my seat, I know nothing. Okay, then these two gentlemen just retire. Bye, I'm retiring. I don't got to do shit now. I can't help you because I'm not even part of Pride Holdings anymore.
Right.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
So you don't have anyone to go to and be like, what happened?
There's a lot of shady shit. And a lot of things don't make sense. And, I'll be honest. I spoke to John in the parking lot out back because I had just lost my father, and I felt like he had a moment where he apologized to me, and I said, well, let me take this opportunity to see if this man is authentic.
You're saying John Barrett.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And he had advised me he had just paid our rent. He had advised me all of this stuff. They had bigger plans that they were about to release. And then he got in his truck and he drove off. And the next thing I know it, Amanda and Rihanna were in the office having the meeting that we were closing. We had 1 week left and that was it. So
Wow.
for the fact that that man could stand in my face and do all of that, truly, truly showed me that not anything that they have ever done for us has ever been true. And I really don't think the message that they sold to us was the message. I think, and it started with Lucky's, but it was to kind of
But Lucky's, wasn't that kind of an indication that something, because Lucky's
It
didn't even
was. It
open,
definitely-
right? Because like Lucky's got bought and then closed.
But then they used the excuse that it was a remodel. So we're just going to remodel and then reopen because they had just finished our remodeling. Well, quote unquote finished.
Yeah, that wasn't finished, but
No, but yes. So they moved there to Lucky's and then kind of. I'm saying that they just took over so that they could bleed each one dry until they couldn't make any more profit off of it.
That's what you know what that's called?
Because you're
a Ponzi scheme.
Yes. And I look back at pictures of when we first met the boys and we did the festivals and the prides and they're smiling in the pictures. And honestly, it's like, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, did you really do all of this for this?
Yeah. Like, who did you hurt to buy this float? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, just for the amount of money that they put into Lips to remodel that.
Yeah.
It's like you went through all of that just to leave it all like this.
So many unanswered questions.
Because you're hiding. You're definitely hiding.
Has anybody else? I don't think that you would know the answer to that. Like, have others talked to them? Do you know if anybody else has had conversations with them after the fact, after you closed?
I can't confirm that. Yeah.
Completely understand.
I don't know.
Completely understand.
I can say for myself that I sent a very nice message to John.
Email?
No, text message because I have his personal number unless he changed it via their
and
attorneys.
What was your text to him?
We won't say all. But what we will say,
we'll clean it up. We'll clean it up.
Say in a
Dear sir.
Yes. But what we will say in a nutshell is I read him for filth because he wasn't who I thought he was.
Yeah.
And let him know he truly hurt my heart for the promises that they never kept. Because that's all we ever got was promises.
Unanswered.
And the
unfilled.
The girls worked really hard. I want everyone to know that not one single girl in there did not do their job. They did their job. They loved their job. That was home, yes. So.
And the fact that all the girls believed these son of a bitches. I'm sorry, I can say what I want. They never paid me a cent. Okay, so I don't give a shit. Period to go.
Lucky I got mine.
It boggles the mind that they could do that.
I don't know. My mother raised me to be a really decent human being, and just it blows my mind that they could smile with us in pictures, knowing that in the back of my mind that. Were they really intentionally doing this? Because that's wild. That's really wild.
Well, and they're, how they said it, right? They said it like, "Hey, we're here to help. We're here to save, and
make you rich within.
And this is what we're gonna do in the future, and we've got plans to do this, and that,
and we're gonna go here." None of it.
I think it must have been when we first heard of it was somebody had posted an eviction notice or something was getting turned off, and then John Hayden went and started the story mill from there. And it was, I have to say that for the most part, we were surprised. You know what I mean? We were hurt, worried about everybody there, you included. And then, because again, I can only speak for me, then fucking mad, right? Then I went to just getting mad because, again, at the end of the day, these are gay men doing this to us. You know what I mean? Like, talk about like hurting your own community from within.
Yeah, I can't put into words, honestly. I cannot put into words of how mad I am about it.
Well, and, there are a lot of aspects of this that, are going to continue to get it to keep us mad, for a lot of us on the outskirts, right, that are close friends with these folks, right? These were the folks that we talked to. These were the people that we went to. I would go to Velvet. I'm hearing shit. Velvet, like, is this true? Mama, girl to girl, I won't talk about it on the air. I just want to know. You could tell from the facial expressions of the cast members that it was like a deer in headlights. Yeah. It was like, no, bitch, we had no idea. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'd be like, okay, but you saw this and you saw this. And then they would lay out this plan for us that looked like it was going to be in our favor, and then, so you would just keep on being the faces.
I will say this because we making the record straight, and I can speak for myself now that it's all over. I knew certain things way before because of the business that Roger is in, because we do bail bonds. We know things, and I work with court. in the courthouse, in the Broward courthouse, and I stumbled upon an emergency hearing, and it started with that. And I did a little research. I became nosy, and I found out that they were actually stipulations to, because when the boys bought us, they wanted to expand into another aqua, but then they wanted to do it in Chicago and buy that lips. But the purchase never finished. And that made the biggest lawsuit in Broward. So that is what caught my eye the first time. Then I started asking questions and nobody could answer my questions. So I kind of sat on idle and watched it all start folding. I will say that the girls did a really good job at, if they knew, it was good for them to not know in the way that we all responded to the situation, because why would we nail ourselves to the cross when none of it was our fault?
Yeah.
And we truly didn't know what was going on. And we were hearing just like, we were hearing things just like everyone else. So,
but having to be the face of it, you know, because
was rough.
Or had to be.
Girl, I couldn't even go out, and I don't go out. So when I would go out and, you know, support the girls, people, girl, what's going on? What's going on? Are you guys close? You know, it became to a point where it was like, I can't even give an answer.
Yeah.
And so why even go out?
Johnson's. I saw the Johnson's boys, you know, coming in, right? Like, were they worried too? Were they also like, I mean, we now know, obviously that, you know, they were in fear as well. But I know that some of the boys were also bartending at Aqua.
Yes, they were.
And they were worried also.
They were very worried.
Yeah.
They still were.
Yeah.
And from what I know, that they still are.
Yeah, no, and I've seen things about their checks bouncing, and they're like, you know, their cash checks, their cash checks, okay, their cash, their cash tips, excuse me, things like that, that just like, you know, this is their livelihood. This is their livelihood that still is old. Do they still owe you money?
I feel they do, yes. They feel they don't. So
okay.
I'm gonna leave it alone with that.
Okay. No, I mean,
I was lucky to get the last paycheck, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And it cleared the bank. That's
well, remember that I had worked there for a month as well when I was hosting, right?
Did your checks clear? Did you get paid, Mama?
F you, Vauz. I did get paid, right? But I know
period.
And the second that I got paid, my wife was like, "You better put that in the bank right now before it bounces," you know. But interesting that I got paid, and I got paid from like 3 different accounts. Like I was like, what? Yeah. Why are all what?
Girl, when we get a check and it would have a different title on the top. I'm like, what? I don't get it.
All right, I got to keep this moving because I can sit here all day and talk about Vauz, and I think I'm going to have her back just so we can talk more stuff about this, because honestly, the Barretts deserve it.
They do.
And I will continue to be mad and say crap about both of you, so understand that, all right? Pride Holdings Group, the ownership behind Aquaplex, is now facing lawsuits and allegations involving labor and contract violations, okay? Those allegations haven't been proven in court yet. Okay, I have learned the beautiful power of that word, yet. But it will happen, all right? It will happen, all right? What can I say? What else can I say about these guys? Let's talk about something good, all right? You know, the employees, and now we're having a fundraiser coming up.
Yes.
Okay, we're having a fundraiser coming up at Hunter's Nightclub. Thank you so much to Hunter's Nightclub.
Yes.
Thank you to Flockfest. Thank you to Kevin Clevenger.
Yes.
You little bug. I adore you for being you. For putting this whole thing together, you know.
And we just had the car wash.
And we just had the car wash. Oh my God, there was a car wash at
really
Hunter's
amazing.
over the weekend that was incredible. A lot of half-naked boys cleaning cars. Who knows if they cleaned the cars good or not? It didn't freaking matter, all right? It didn't matter. It was all about raising the money for this incredible staff. You know, some of the girls, of course, because you guys are overachievers and you gotta pay your bills, you know. I know that Katya Attention is now putting up a new cast for No Manners. I know that you're also attaching a few gigs to your roster that we're also going to talk about as well. What was I going to say about that? Were you surprised by the community? like just the positive stuff they were putting online about Aquaplex and you girls and those people and all of that.
It came out of nowhere. Honestly, I didn't realize exactly. Because when we worked in the restaurant, we always felt like we lost a little bit of our community because we were across, per se, the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't on the drive. And I felt like in the last year, we kind of gained our community back. So to feel that love, really, honestly, was overpouring because there's a lot of love for us.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of love for us.
There is
and
a lot
it makes
of
me
love for
smile
you.
ear to ear that we did put in that work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we did really
you made a
advocate.
difference. You touched. You know, like if you ever thought for a second that you did it or you don't, you know,
it's
like
definitely showing that we did. For me, did. Yes, our community is beautiful. I've never seen it come together like this, like in a way with such joviality, like amazingly quick.
Yeah. Like they weren't they weren't effing around. It was like, what do we do? Where do we do? Business owners, Charles Horton from Lit was like, what can we do at Lit? I said, they're like, okay, we're gonna put something together. What can we, let's do a car wash. Let's do this. Let's do that. So that's what it's all about. When one of us falls, our community shows up. All right, and that's exactly why we're hosting a benefit at Hunter's Nightclub this Thursday, August 13th, where every dollar raised will go directly to the former Aquaplex employees. All of them, okay? We're saying the dancers, the DJs, the bartenders, the servers, the cooks back there that would always come out and say hi. Yep. I love those boys, for real,
I mean, my kitchen boys.
Oh, I bet you do. And they loved watching Vauz walk away because they'd be like, like that. Besides buying a ticket, and please buy a ticket and come on over and join us because there's going to be raffle tickets. There's going to be silent auction items. There's so many things. There's like cruises and like, getaways.
The Hard Rock Party package. Oh, I'm like, oh my God, Bora experience.
Okay.
So good.
2 words for you, Bora and Bora. Okay.
Ciao.
That literally is like you are on the beautiful infinity pool there that you can see the guitar right from your cabana. The cabana has a bathroom.
Does.
All right, these are little things that this Puerto Rican Colombian girl gets excited about. All right, it's got a bathroom and a TV. All right, you can watch Law and Order while you're there by the pool.
Come on, Morocco.
Okay, that's one of the many things that's going up for the auction. I mean, and that's valued at a couple of $1,000s. Okay, it's so you buy a lot of, you buy a ticket and you can probably be winning that yourself, right?
Movie date night. I mean, they came up with a lot.
I know.
There's so much.
I love that. All right, so this Thursday, the 13th, it's going to be happening at Hunter's Nightclub. Starts at 7 o'clock. We're going to be there till about 10. So, how else can people help if they can't get there? How else can people help? What's the other event that you said?
We have Lit Bar coming up, and we also have La Boy coming up.
Ooh. Okay.
That's right around the corner. I think it's the 22nd, if I'm mistaken. We can recheck those dates.
Okay.
But I believe it's coming up right around the corner. There are flyers circle. And you can always, of course, reach out to Rihanna Patron, which was our general manager. And I'm sure she has a GoFundMe or something that we are not aware of.
Right? Riri's always got something going on.
Yeah.
She's got something going on. How is she taking it? How is she doing? I mean, she was someone that had, moved down, right? Because she was also in West Palm.
She was.
And then she ended up moving down to Fort Lauderdale because of her job. Because it was just so intense. The hours that you girls were there, was not an 8-hour gig. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you were in and you were out. Even when they closed down, there's still side work to be done. There's just a lot of crap that comes along with the position. Yeah, I believe she was still with the restaurant
a week after, still trying to get everything situated and put away, as I would like to say. Rihanna Patron is a machine. She really is. She truly is. She is not one thing that little girl cannot do.
Yeah.
Rather she be Tony. I call her Tony. Ayo, Tony.
Oh, yeah, Tony.
But she was probably the best general manager that I've got to experience working in a company. She tried everything. She tried everything she could do to the very last top.
Wow.
To keep us afloat and do it. I know, and same thing for Amanda. I would sit here and be lying if I didn't say that she didn't as well. She did fight for us hard. Her and Franny fought really hard for us when Lips was coming to an end. So, those three did good, but Rihanna, I'm sorry. She has a place in my heart because she really did go out on a
She
lot
did
for
the
me.
most. She did the most.
In my eyes.
For you, no, I get it. I totally understand. How was that last bow? Like, I was out of the country, and I'm so sad that I wasn't able to be there.
Let's talk about that.
Please.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
My last bout at Aquaplex was not what I wanted it to be. I feel like my experience was taken from me. And that I didn't get my moment. Not
Okay.
that I needed a moment at all. But the day was a celebration as well as, in a way, a funeral to some. And I was there. Genuinely, I was there. But it was very autopilot, in my opinion. But there was also some things that transpired at the very end when the microphone was passed around on stage.
Okay.
So each manager had their opportunity to say something or speak to the audience. I never got my moment until the very end of it all. And even then, the microphone was taken from me twice as I was speaking.
Why?
I don't know if it was because they didn't feel I was giving the right information or saying what they did.
But like taken from you.
As I was talking.
But because you weren't saying the right stuff.
I don't know if it was because they are that overpowering or they needed to speak more because they definitely spoke enough.
But who was the person that took the mic from you?
Velvet.
Velvet took the mic from you. Okay. And you didn't feel that it was appropriate because you weren't done speaking.
I didn't feel it was very appropriate at all because she had already spoke her piece. And as her assistant show director, as that I was in that position, closing that day, she should have allowed me the opportunity to speak. And in front of a full room of people, it does give not classy when you're literally taking the mic from me and saying what I was just saying. But also trying to give my moment of letting everyone know that I was where I was with it in peace and that I was the sober queen of the cast and that I will still continue to advocate for my brothers and sisters who sit in the back and that are scared to speak up. And I needed that to be said. That was our last day. That was our closing. And that's what my message has always been for my brand and who I am.
Yep.
So to have it taken away at the very end as it has been, because I've been very quiet working there and it wasn't a great experience. It was a great experience. I say it was family. It was home. It was truly a dream job, but it was also a little bit toxic. And through people who thought they had a lot of power. I never needed a title. I just did. I was just me. I loved my job. I loved the people that came and seen us and would come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
No. Listen,
in that moment, it just really shook my world that she had already had her moment. Why did you need to take mine?
Your moment was taken away. All right. Well, I'm giving you your moment back. I'm giving you your moment back.
Okay.
All right. And here's a TP. There's a TP Lord's crown.
Down on my beanie.
On your beanie.
Queen.
All right. Blah, 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 blah. Aquaplex, blah, blah, blah. Barrett's, F you, blah, blah, blah. This is our last call, and we would all love to see you again. We are all saying our goodbyes, and next, our super talented, beautiful Vauz Allen wants to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, no, honestly, what I wanted to say that day was truly just me. I just wanted to say that, you know, it was truly inspiring to be able to work with so many different artists and get to create their shows as the DJ, the lighting, the screen, and the true transparency of what they wanted to be a part in our show and how they wanted to look. That meant a lot to me. And I didn't really get to ever express that. Also, I was the sober queen of the cast. I didn't drink, and I wanted everyone to know, you know, it's possible to be a part of a cast like that. And for my brothers and sisters that sat in the back row that are always quiet or feel like we can't be seen in this environment, you definitely can. You definitely can. I know, and the crowd goes
wild.
I promise you it was more of a beautiful moment in the moment. And there may have been a little bit of piano music Other than that.
And she might have peed a little bit also while saying it.
Tiny,
but that's
tiny.
it. That's it. That's all. That's all she wanted to do. That's it. All right, Vauz, you're an incredible, incredible human, mama.
You
All
as
right.
well,
Honestly.
Mamacita.
Thank you so much for taking my text when I
Of
just text you out of the blue
course,
for
I
mierda. You
know.
always respond. You're so cute.
Excited. I will always sit in the bed with you.
Yeah. I'm like, I might have to ask my wife first, but that's okay. You know.
We just talking trash.
About everybody. About everybody.
Everybody.
Vauz,
Oh
thank
my
you
God.
so much for your honesty. Thank you for being you. Thank you for sharing your art. Thank you for choosing sobriety. Thank you for being fabulous. Thank you for reminding us that while some stages may close, communities don't.
No, they definitely don't. And they have definitely stepped up into each and every one of you that are out there doing it for us and coming together. We truly appreciate it. I can't say I love you and more. I can't say it enough. And can't put it into words. So thank you, everyone that's doing
Yay.
something for us.
And folks, if you'd like to support the former Aquaplex employees, join us this Thursday, August 13th at Hunter's Nightclub, starting at 7 p.m., where every dollar raised will go directly to the employees affected by the closure, all right? Also, follow up. Go to the Lip Bar event, all right? Or go to the La Boy event, all right? There is something for everyone. Or just cost Vauz. Vauz, you need a coffee? I'm going to send you 20
you come
bucks.
see me every Saturday at the Well.
Wait, I wanted to ask you about drag roulette.
Yes. That's at 9 o'clock every Saturday at the Well.
Ah, see?
It's our new show we just started. It was on the Drive. I used to have an old home. Will remain nameless. However, our new home is the Well. It's right by Lit. The old Rumors. Those of you who don't know where it's at. But yeah, it's drag roulette. I have a new cast. Well, always have Miss Erica Norell, the icon.
Of course, the icon.
And our new beautiful girl that's upcoming on the Drive is Miss Leona Fantasy.
I've heard of this newbie.
Who is Ronnie, our bartender.
Yes.
That's his wife.
Oh,
so
I
yeah.
didn't
And
know.
she is stunning, Mama.
Oh,
She
that's
is
awesome.
so sweet.
Hi.
Yeah.
Ask her if she wants to be on my show.
I will definitely do
to
that.
talk about your event.
Period.
You see how we work that?
Yeah.
You see how we work that community? All right. I'll see you all at Hunter's Nightclub to support the incredible staff of the old Aquaplex. If not, go to La Boy, go to the Lip Bar event, follow them on social media so you can be up on all the fundraisers that are happening for the incredible folks at Aquaplex. They brought us smiles. They brought us love. It is now our turn to elevate them and help them out. All right. Every dollar helps. So make sure to follow my girl Vauz Allen, okay, on all social media outlets. That's at Vauz Allen, VAUZALLEN on social media. And check out Drag Roulette, starring Erica Norell, Leona, and Vauz. Did I say that right, Leona?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. I love it. All right. All right, Vauz, give them and everyone your very best FayWhat?
FayWhat?
There it is. All right, Vauz Allen, yeah.